actual real person at Etsy replied to me. So this is like day 5 or 6 in the saga of Pam and Etsy ads. And I've had an email from an actual real person who seemed to have actually read what I wrote and has given some good advice. And some stuff I don't necessarily agree with. So we're going to go over this today. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, on Sunday I discovered just how much Etsy ads were really ripping me off. I knew it was bad, but when I ran the numbers, it was shocking. So I sent Etsy an email, and we've been having an amusing back and forth with the bot, probably. But finally I got through to someone who'd read what I'd written. So today I'm going to go through what they've said, not telling you exactly what they've said because it's against the rules, and also I want to interject my own what I think of what they're saying. And then I'm going to talk about what tests I'm running, what I'm thinking of running, and yeah, we'll see if we can get ideas for how to hack this system. And if you really don't know what I'm talking about and you're interested, you can go back and catch up on some of the other videos, which will be linked in the playlist at the end of this video. So this email today is from Lily. This seems to be the 3rd different person, so it looks like I've been escalated each time. Let's have a look. My first message was from Marissy, and then from Lexi, and today we are from Lily. So apparently you can only work for customer support if your name ends in a Lily. Lily. Anyway, firstly, thanks for reaching out. I understand how frustrating it can be when you invest in something and don't get the results, the expected results. Yeah, and I don't believe I had unrealistic expectations because at the end of the day, it wasn't like I was new to advertising. I'd been using promoted listings for years, and this change was just supposed to be even better. It was taking away the hard work of us having to figure out our cost per click, and a clever computer was going to be doing it for us. So I'm happy to help shed some light on Etsy ads and their performance. Okay, good, thank you. Etsy's seen a lot of changes and there's many growing pains over the years. Yep, there have been mistakes and stuff. I want to reassure you that all our changes we make always have your best interests at heart. Okay, as you pointed out, Etsy ads are now automated. Yep, exposure is determined by the algorithm. Here we go. The goal of the system is to deliver a strong and consistent return on spend for each listing. This means while you may see a higher cost per click on some listings, this is because the system is focusing on higher spend where it is seeing higher opportunity for increased revenue. If that was the case, I would be getting a much better return on ad spend, but I'm not. So it's incorrect. Although I'm unable to pinpoint the reason for more ad spend resulting in less revenue, it could be any number of things like the current state of the world, the time of season, or buyer behaviour changes. Nope. These ads have been running for nearly a year. I've looked at different seasons in Etsy, and also, yes, the state of the world just now is completely different, but people aren't particularly buying less. My sales from organic is still pretty similar to normal, so yeah, I'm afraid I can personally. I'm better than Etsy support. I can exactly pinpoint the reason for more ad spend resulting in less revenue. And that is because they changed the system. Before, in promoted listings, when you could set your own cost per click, you could get a really nice return on investment. But when people didn't know to set their own at cost per click, the Etsy system recommended you a cost per click or would do it automatically for you, and that system was rubbish. It always suggested a far higher cost per click than was needed because it wanted to get you seen early in the day. It wanted you to win all the clicks right away, which would mean that people would burn their budget really quickly. The automated system and the suggestions for what Etsy thought your cost per click should be was always rubbish or was less good than what you could do yourself. So we had a fair guess when they took away the ability for us to do our own cost per click. Things would get worse. We predicted this would happen, and it has happened. So just because of what is happening in the world just now, that has not changed the fact that what we predicted has happened. The cost per click is much higher, while the return on ad spend is rubbish. So I'm sorry, I can exactly pinpoint the reason. Because your system is rubbish. It is focused on making the most money, taking away the most of our money while giving us enough to keep us happy, obedient little ad users. Oh, I'm sounding all Orwellian or something today. Oh, and here's the blowing smoke bit. Here's the being nice bit. I shouldn't be mean. And always when you reply and try and be nice to these people, it's not their fault and they're not in control of the algorithm. They're just customer support. So I recognise you're well versed in Etsy ad campaign optimization and have already taken the actions I would recommend. So I explained to her what things I've done because I saw how badly my ads were looking. So I tried to optimize. So here's some advice directly from this person in Etsy support. Tailoring your listings to the most profitable listings. So yeah, cut out all the ones that aren't doing much. Although there's lots of different strategies, but if we're worried about money, advertise the listings that make the most money. Kind of makes sense. You have a strong presence on social media, and you already know about the impact of tags, titles, and SEO. So basically, you've done all the right things and it's not working, but at least she checked. And then there's a bit saying that I know what's best for my business. So basically, and I say this all the time, too often people see advice from Etsy and they think it's something they have to do, but it's only advice. So we always have to make our own decisions. So it's only you know what's best for your business. So after looking into your account and reading your previous emails, I can see that you were able to deactivate your Etsy ads campaign. So basically, yeah, I can see that you managed to switch it off. I think you did the right thing. But here, I already know this bit is incorrect. Should you decide to start them again, it's important to note it will take at least 30 days for the ads to gain traction again. I know that is not true already, because since I did the first email, what I've been doing is experimenting with switching my ads on, switching them off overnight and switching them on later and later in the day. And it is not taking a while to get traction again. These ads are spending in no time. They're spending in less than 2 hours, my $2 budget. So as soon as I switch them on, Etsy ads is going, yeah, give me that money. And here is a bit of best practice for choosing a cost-effective daily budget. So you can help maximize your exposure by helping your budget last a full day. So I think they are suggesting that my budget never did last a full day, which I'm getting now. Although the stats suggested that it did, it looked like there was clicks happening all through the day. I think that's a delay in the stats reporting now that I'm seeing just how quickly my budget is getting used up. So tips to help. If you have a daily budget of $10 but are only promoting 2 listings, it might be difficult for your ads to collect enough clicks each day to spend the full $10. Well, that wouldn't be a problem, but I am pretty sure it would spend the full $10. Not really wanting to waste $10 to prove that, but anyway. On the other hand, if you promote 10 items with a daily budget of $10, this will give your ads more opportunity to be seen in the search results and get more clicks. So they are saying which is right if your return on ad spend is right. If you're happy with your return on ad spend, then you can up your budget until you get to the point where it's not spending for the full day. And if you say, okay, I would like more sales than this, then you could potentially be advertising more listings. That all makes complete sense if the system is working. But I don't want to pour more money into something that is charging me, is basically going to be $80 for one sale. So yeah, again, putting more money in or promoting more listings won't improve this problem. Basically, I don't need to be seen more and spend more to get no better return on investment. I would congratulate you on all your successes thus far in your hard work and commitment to your craft and shop. If you have time, here's a feedback form, another way to let us know what can be adjusted in Etsy ads. I will be linking that feedback form in the comments down below, and I would ask everybody, as well as messaging Etsy, but fill in the feedback form honestly. Don't be rude. Don't be nice, but honestly tell them how they can improve Etsy ads. And in my opinion, I haven't opened this form yet. I'll have to open this form in a minute. My opinion is that Etsy ads, to improve them, give us the ability to choose our own cost per click again, or train the algorithm to optimize the cost per click, make its goal to basically optimize the best return on ad spend for sellers. I am sure plenty of people would be turning the ads back on if they gave as good a return as they used to give. So that's my opinion that I'm going to suggest in this form. And then they've given a link to the ultimate guide to the holiday, which I've already looked at. In fact, if she'd looked deeper into everything, I did mention I was an Etsy U instructor. She would have seen I had presented on the ultimate guide to the holiday, so I don't need a link to it. We did that on Wednesday. Right, so let's click on this feedback form and see what's here. Ooh. Okay, so thank you for giving us feedback on Etsy ads. These are ads that appear in the Etsy search. Oh yeah, important point. Some people have commented and they're talking about, Etsy's never going to fix this because they must have some kind of deal with Google, so they're making money from Google. I'm talking about the Etsy ads. These are the ones that appear on Etsy. So our money is just going to Etsy. So there's no deal with Google or anything. This is all money to Etsy. And let's face it, it's not a deal with Google. It's shareholders breathing down their neck. But anyway, Etsy ads are ads that appear in the Etsy search and used to be called promoted listings. How satisfied are you with Etsy ads? Now, usually, tell me if I'm wrong, when I'm doing a form, usually I will fill in somewhere in the middle. I'm never like, whoa, that's the best, or oh, that's rubbish. I'm always like, that's all right. That's a bit annoying. I'm always kind of a happy medium. But I think I can safely say there is nothing I'm satisfied about with Etsy ads. The stats are very limited. There's some, I like seeing the searched terms, what's searched, but you can't change the date on that. It's difficult to get into all the stats and everything, so that's a not at all satisfied. Okay. Please share thoughts about Etsy ads below. I will skip the what email address just for security reasons here, but I consent to this. Here we go. Thank you for giving your feedback. Yeah, so if everyone else who's unhappy with ads wants to let Etsy know about it, if we inundate them a little bit, change won't happen immediately, but if it starts to hurt them in the bottom line and they start to get lots of complaints, then people higher up will start to hear about it eventually. Now, let's talk about some of the tests I've got planned in my head, and you guys can let me know what you think. First of all, I'm going to be, at least for a week, I want to do through the weekend anyway, just turning them on in the evening, and I want to compare and just see, okay, my ad budget's getting spent right away, so obviously it must have been in the past. So I want to compare. In the past, my budget must have been burned through in the morning, so I want to compare. Are the stats different for in the morning to hopefully later on in the day? Is it better quality of shoppers? And before you say, I know it's not like for like, because it's pretty much impossible with how everything changes over the course of the year with buyers and everything. So just now we're a week closer to Christmas than we were last week. So things do change. There's no way to properly science this without having a ridiculously long period of time, but I'm doing a quick week on this. Then an idea that someone had that was absolutely perfect. I want to try relisting. Now, Etsy recommend not using relisting as a strategy. For those that don't know, if you renew an item, pay that 20 cents, it does get a slight boost in search. Now, I tested this a few weeks ago to see, and it's a sort of law of diminishing returns. You get moved up in the search, but the more you do it, the less you get moved up in the search. However, my thinking here is, at a busy time when there's lots of sellers around, if I renew it at the busy time, if I go in the evening when most of the US sellers are on and I relist it, then it moves up in the search at the point in time when the most people are there. So it's like being advertised. It's there in the right place. And if people click on it, then it'll do well. So it's a potential to just boost me up when there are people there to get me seen, rather than doing it at a stupid time when there's no one about or at different times of the year. This could be the perfect time to actually try renewing as a bit of a strategy. So I'm spending $2 a day in ads. Let's try spending $2 a day in renewing items. So that is a plan I have got. Let me know, guys, what you think of that. I will pick the items that were being advertised by Etsy, that I was advertising on Etsy, switch off the ads and then just renew them. See if I've got time to do $2 a day, but see what kind of difference that makes to my stats for those listings, if nothing else. And also, I want to see, some people say that their views fall off the map when they turn off Etsy ads, but other people say when they turn off Etsy ads, their views skyrocket. So I want to see just having Etsy ads off, if that does anything. And other things I'm thinking of doing is I want to take my $60 a month and try it in different places for advertising. I thought initially I'll spend a few more days or something building up my Pinterest account, but because Pinterest had done well in the past for actual driving traffic to my shop, I thought I might try some advertising on Pinterest. Now with the Etsy offsite ads, I haven't made any sales from Pinterest, but that might be worth giving it a go. Obviously trying some Facebook ads, lots of people don't like them. I'll look into that and see if we can do the Facebook ads properly. And seeing as we're on YouTube, I thought I might see some YouTube ads, try some YouTube ads and see if that could work. That's a totally different way of doing things. And yeah, so guys, let me know in the comments what kind of ads you would like me to look into. Also, I'm thinking of amusingly seeing if there's any kind of get-rich-quick schemes, if there's any kind of schemes I can look at that you could invest like $60, or possibly not entirety of $60, but I'll maybe do once a month. I spent $60 on this, so we can see, can I make more gambling on the stock exchange than I can in Etsy ads? Hey, why not? I'm going to be saving $60 a month. Let's see what I can do with it. Can I make more money playing online games for $60 a month? Why not? So let me know in the comments below if there's any things you would like to see me try and make more than $1.27 back for every dollar I spend. So let's see, anything that I spend my $60 on and I make $80 back, then I'm better than Etsy ads. So if you've got any get rich quick schemes, oh boy, this is going to be fun. Right, anyway, hopefully I won't be back tomorrow. I'm going to reply to Etsy, but just try and be polite and everything. She was nice. Reward when people are nice, don't just have a go when they're nasty. So I'm going to reward her for actually taking the time there. But hopefully I'll just have a day off videos tomorrow. But thank you all for following me on this saga, and see you next time.